Next up, we're going to be checking the repair house, which is now suddenly not on my screen. There you are. My understanding of this game, and it could be wrong, is that this game, the idea is you get a bunch of stuff and you restore it. So you get like an antique clock, you take it apart, you clean up the parts, you put it back together, or you replace parts. I don't know exactly what goes in there, but it is like a restoration game. So that's kind of cool because I've done a little bit of that myself in real life, and so that's kind of fun. This game is fully released, and there is a demo available for it. So you can check. It's one of those things you can try before you buy. So with all that said, let's go in and check the settings, see what they got for accessibility. Now, as a reminder, even if they don't have stuff, that doesn't necessarily mean anything bad, but it is good to notice if they have it. So graphics, it's interesting they have... It seems like no matter what settings I change, it says some settings won't change unless you go. Like, literally, if I adjust the audio, some settings won't change. It's fine. I feel like it's too quiet. We'll try that. Gameplay, we have look sensitivity and different language support and remapping. So there's not a whole lot here. That's okay. Because I think this game will probably be one that's simple enough in how it works that won't be that big a deal. Welcome. Hey there. Welcome to your workspace. It may look a bit rough right now, but if you show it some love, you can become the workshop of your dreams. Choose the textures that you like and best fill the rooms with your favorite decorations. I don't know about you, I am happy with this just the way it is. Oh, that walk speed is molasses. That walk speed is real slow. This is the calendar. Here you can see the deadlines of the jobs you have and the date of your rent payment. Oh no. So rent is due on the 15th and I have no due dates because I literally am not doing anything yet. Cool. This is your workbench. Move devices here to be able to work on them. This is the telephone. This is where you cry out for help as you're locked in this tiny little room with no entry door. This is the telephone. You can come here to see orders you have waiting and either accept or decline them. New orders are received at the beginning of each day. Okay, so I have a tutorial in the top right that says... Gross. That's water damage. That's how you get mold. Alright. Oil lamp. The lens is cracked and needs replacing. This antique used to signal trains in the dead of night. Now I can bring a little light to someone's home. Ah. Unpack the box at the front door. Oh. Okay. Uninstalled parts appear in the inventory or quick inventory above the top. Buy new parts from the catalog. Catalog table. So I assume I need 2 lenses. This is the shipping catalog. Here you can buy components for devices and all sorts of decorations for your workshop. Okay. See parts. Lens. My cart. Checkout. So do I just have them now? Okay. Do we now want to... Like, you don't want to get rid of the patina and everything. That makes it drop value, but we're just going to literally... Okay, that's fine. No, like... Put it down. Cool. Yay, we got 10 XP and all that. Alright. Okay, there are no more orders at the moment. But I have rent to make. Look, no, you don't understand. I need there to be more orders. I have rent to make. Look, man. I also don't see a way of sleeping. Or going home. How do I escape this situation? Recycle the old parts from your inventory. Decorate your shop and end the day at the front door. Decorations. Really? How do decor? I bought the decoration, but how do decor? I know it told me, but I promptly forgot. This is the exit door. From here you can travel to different locations you uncover, or end your current day and start a new one. Okay, I won't worry about it. Alright, so we got a bunch of stuff. So let's not... So can I... Let's see, we'll start with that. So I can accept a bunch. We got work to do. Was that a Nintendo? Pretty sure that's supposed to be like a Nintendo. Day 2. Your business has gone broke. Game over. So I'm gonna be real with you. I think your Nintendo's past repair, buddy. Whatever you did there... Look. Echo the Dolphin is a tough game. This is not how you treat your possessions. Okay. The top cover appears to be the only thing obviously broken. Shipping time, 2 days. How much is overnight? $50 for 1 day. Okay, so let's take 2 seconds. Alright, so we're gonna get our inventory of stuff. Can I not literally put this someplace else? Because basically I want to put in one order for everything, but I cannot appear to sit this down. I assume if I put this back... Okay. We could use that as, like, holding it again. Cannot finish order with broken parts. Button module holder is broken. Control port needs replacing. All right. Button modular holder. All right. And let's see, the controller port needs replacing. So this works out, because you know what I happen to need? So you have 4 days on this one. Is there a way I can look at my jobs easily? Hey. Grab you. Grab this one. Because it just so happens, I have a cover for you. Wouldn't you believe it? All right. So that's a 2-dayer. So 2 days. The jaw pad is broken and needs replacing. They're talking about this right here. I'm curious if I do one delivery, if I can do it on the cheaper. So that's definitely broken. So you need the knob handle. Needs to be replaced. Okay. Okay, so can I compare my inventory easily? So we need a Game Jam ES top cover, a Game Jam ES modular button holder, and a Game Jam controller port. Okay, so we do keep that in the inventory. So a modular holder. There's the controller port. We need a handle knob. And we need a jaw pad. I believe that's all of the stuff that's broken. So, if we ship it for 2 days, we do that. I can get it, let's see, the top cover for that. Yeah, that should already be on the, in my cart, because I had it there added previously. So that's what I was hoping, because I need to overnight the pad so I have it in time. Because I'm assuming that's what I'm not clear about. Where it says 2-day deadline, you know, let's not overnight it. So it says shipping time 2 days, and my deadline is in 2 days. So the question is that an inclusive 2 days? If it's an inclusive 2 days where I have to deliver it on the second day, but I also get the parts that same day, then we're good. If that is not the case, then I have a problem, because then I'll blow the deadline. We're going to take our chances, because we already got one of the 2 things out that requires it, and I don't know mechanically how the game works. So we've done all the work on this we can do for right now. What I am going to do is inventory. We're going to recycle the broken top, the pad, the port, the knob, and the modular holder. And the other items I gotta hold on to till then. That's not how I do this. For the moment, I'm gonna put all of these in their... Did they not deliver that? Cool. Alright. Alright. So it actually looks like you got a bunch. So what I'm thinking is, honestly, I should just start getting spare parts. Can I accept all these? Okay. I didn't think so. Because it's like, you clearly only give me place for 4 things. Alright. So you need the auger, which I'm assuming is... The auger would be inside here, right? I know I had to take the handle off of it, but okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. So meat grinder. Let's grab the auger. Let's grab a second auger. And the reason I'm doing that is now anytime I get a meat grinder, I have spare parts. So I don't have to order more parts. How long do I have for that? Jaw pad. 4 days. So checkout. And meanwhile, recycle the smashed auger. So now's where we see if we fail one of our missions immediately. Alright. So I need to grab you. Toss you in the box. I wish I had one more spot to work with. I think it won't be a problem once we start having inventory. Alright, so you're the one that's the most time sensitive. So we can grab the pad. Alright, get out of my sight. I'll put this one on the shelf. We're waiting for its parts to come in. Okay, controller port. Install that. Controller port cover. There you go. Put the modular thing in there. Get the circuit board in there. Get the cartridge slot. This is a nice chill game. Hide a potato inside of it. Dead rat. What's going to be interesting is you think about this. This one they didn't send me with the intent of putting a new cover on it. We stole the cover from it to finish a different job. So I hit level 2. What's that mean? Oh, yeah. There. Now it's our home. Tools. So I got a bunch of stuff going on here, so that's good. Alright. Well, let's go get our new jobs. I am going to not worry about this day. So the thing is, basically, if it says 2 days, we're fine. We could do 2 days. I don't have to, like, speed ship it or anything. Alright. So you need that. Sliding jaw screw holder is broken. I guess I'll take it apart. How do I get the piece I want? I'll take the whole thing apart. It's fine, we'll just fully disassemble it. We could use a practice. Okay, so that thing was just like really buried in there. Alright. Alright, so you need a sliding jaw screw holder or whatever it is. We also don't know what our rent is. Now I think about it. Do you tell me what my rent is? 500. Okay. So that's actually somewhat concerning. So we definitely can't buy all the parts to just have inventory, which is not surprising. So you have a broken axle and a wheel is broken. That's a broken wheel. I'm assuming that's a broken axle. Because it has a big ding in it? Okay. So you need a wheel and an axle. Let's try and be smart about this. So you're going to have your parts in, so you're going to have one more space. It seemed like it still had the other stuff on the inventory. So if we get a book press, the plate is broken. So let's just assume that's still going to be here. And so we'll go that, plate. Wait, didn't I already buy a... It's fine. My cart. Alright, so that's all the stuff I need to replace what we have right now, and then hopefully we get the extra thing. So we'll check that out. And we'll see tomorrow. And that gives me the items I need for this. Let's take the skateboard up here. I definitely want one more shelf spot at a minimum. Okay. Oh, I took it the wrong way. Hey, Dark Delt. How's it going? Playing a bunch of just random games out there. We're restoring stuff. Trying to make our rent. So that's done. Put the skateboard up here on the shelf. Oh, that's dastardly. I actually cannot put the skateboard on the shelf. Okay. So my hope is now we'll be able to sit there. So we got another meat grinder. I have spare parts for the meat grinder, so let's just grab the meat grinder. Because I could probably grab that right now. Just get it out of here. All right. So we need to put on our inventory. A meat grinder. Screw plate, because I'm going to keep that stocked up. The axle is broken and needs replacing. All right. So these two I don't think we can do in time. I mean, I could get this one. No, because I would fail the other one. I wouldn't be able to get it done time. I'd have to overnight it, and the overnighting cost is that. We specialize. Well, that's the thing, is like try and go out of our way to get certain things that we gotta get parts for. So we have spare parts just here. Alright, so you need the sliding jaw screw. Alright. So how long do I have to the rents due? I have just over a week, so I have plenty of time to make that money. Let's try and build up our inventory a little bit, because that'll let me get more orders done per day than I'd otherwise be able to do. So, grab you, grab you, grab you, grab you. Grab 2 jaw screws and that thing, and this thing. So that's $100. My cart. Don't overnight it, just deliver it normal. Okay. I grab you out of the box, because all the parts should arrive tomorrow for everything but that vise. Alright, so let's make some money. Okay. Oh, and let's also go to recycle junk. Recycle. All right. Now I just gotta fix literally everything. That's not what I wanted to do, it's what I did. Alright. Okay. Wonder how bad the penalty is for blowing a deadline. You just, like, just not get paid, or do you get, like, some other penalty for it? I also wonder with some of these ones where I replace the part, where I have multiple parts here, if I'll accidentally, you know, give them some of the parts worse than when they brought it here. I still know what level does in this game. Alright. That is how we cash. Alright, so we've got parts for meat grinders. Okay, so you need the plate. Do I just have a spare plate? I do. I happen to have one in my inventory. You should be thankful. I'll take your job. You need an axle. I do not believe I have a spare axle in my inventory. Yep, sorry, friend. It's not gonna happen. We have a meat grinder. We will have any parts for a meat grinder. And I'll go ahead and grab the game system. Alright. Let's grab the meat grinder. Chuck that up here. I think it's the handle that's a problem. Let's see, in my day job, we isolate each repair into a bin of parts and tag everything. This has elements of my day, except the equipment I deal with are generally scientific probes and that. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I, long time ago, I was a preventative maintenance technician. And the thing I dealt with was, like, tools, you know, hand tools, long garden, power tools, that kind of stuff. Occasionally I deal with stuff like, fitness equipment and all that. And so this does actually have a lot similar to that. Now, granted, most of the time, I'm not getting stuff sent back to me like this. Alright, so before we forget, see, parts. Crank candle. This one I should just have spare parts on hand. But that was the reasons why the moment I recognized what type of game it is, like, oh, we are stocking some parts here. Because that was always the thing that we learned at the store was, as long as the part wasn't particularly difficult to get a hold of, like it wasn't like cost prohibitive or something, having a handful of spare parts, like you can see, I'm just churning out a bunch of orders in one day, where otherwise I'd have to sit there, get stuff in, then order the parts, then it sits on my inventory for a day or so. Alright, so I need a book press plate. So I've got an extra stock here. I am seeing I've got more stuff showing up here. So let's grab the thing. You can also quote rush job prices. Yep. Well, and you're able to actually accept that. So I can't actually do this last order because they want it today, and I have to order the part, and I at minimum overnight it. Alright. Okay, so you need... Let's see. You need a button modular holder, and the output modular's cracked. I guess I have to take the whole thing apart. It's fine. Apparently I have to take out its holder. And someone apparently... Let's see. Was handling with the picture, you hope. Alright, so it was the holder. Okay, so we'll take that and put up on the shelf because I got to do an order. Okay, so I need the output module, and the button modular holder. So we're gonna check our stuff here. We're going to go to the game system and say yes, yes, a second one, yes, yes, yep, 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 yep. And I'm trying to remember, was it the module or the holder as the module, I believe. It was the module. No, it's the output module and the button holder. So we'll check that because I have to go to the card anyways. The button module, holder, and the output module. Cool. All right, check out. We just burned like $200, and we go home. And now I can grab you off the shelf. Install that. Put this back in. And now you get to go home. We're leveling up, and oh, you know I bet you leveling up is doing? It's making different tools available. Okay, so anytime we see a book press, we want to take it, because I have full spare parts for a book press. So every single time we get a book press, we grab it. Because I just keep those parts in stock. I'm impressed. I see what you did there. Alright, so we've got the plates and the handle. I literally just said I keep the stuff in stock. Wait, I keep the stuff in stock. Why don't... Oh, we ordered it. They haven't arrived yet. Okay. That's fine. So, with that, we need a plate. We need a handle. Alright, so we've got 2 days and a couple of these. Takaya 3000. I'll grab the meat slicer as well. These ones have a short turnaround, so I gotta get the orders in for this today. Job details. The cartridge slot is broken and the circuit board is broken. So basically all the important guts, I understand. Where are you? I'm not gonna stock up my inventory for this one yet. I'll just put it on the shelf right now. Oh, you don't fit on the shelf? Come on. That should fit on the shelf. And you have... The handle is missing, and the cutting wheel is broken. Alright. So let's get... So the thing here is I don't have enough money I can buy all the things. We're going to do the clever thing we did before, which is... What are you doing? Alright, so an arbor press, the plane bearing, and the travel limiter need to be replaced. Travel limiter. So is it the plane bearing? Plane bearing? Thought it was. Plane bearing. Cool. Just want to make sure I'm not ordering the wrong part. Okay, so we'll check out that. Not a rush order. Because the worst case, I feel like if it's not ready for me, I'm not too worried about. Alright, so you gotta move. You come down from there. I have a spare handle. The spare handle is a separate order. So that one's not ready yet. Alright. So we got our button modular holder. Our output module. Our output module holder. Our circuit board. Get the cartridge. Like, it's funny, when I've done this type of stuff, I literally had shelves that were just parts. It's also interesting that there's a top cover too. So I gotta be mindful of that. Because I suspect we'll end up getting some of these, they'll be like different models. If you don't put the right cover on it, that the people will either not accept it or get upset about it. Okay, and those are waiting on parts to arrive, so I can't do anything with that. Oh, before we get any farther, recycle junk. Alright, so we've got the arbor press. The book press I have spare parts for. I'm guessing I have to take this whole thing apart to get down to it. I don't have a large bracket handy. I could have sworn I ordered like all the parts I need for these. We're gonna need a new knob and a large bracket. Okay, I can't take any more orders right now. But we already have the one that was missing these parts. We can probably make a lot of this happen. Alright, let's try and plan. A handle and a handle knob. A circuit board and a cartridge slot. Yeah, no, I've actually done that once already. If it gets down to it, I'll probably do that. And a switch on you. And check that out. All right. Okay. Then grab you. Get you out of here. Grab you. I feel like I'd take the whole thing apart to get the wheel off. What do I have to do to get the wheel off? Because like, I assume it's just that, but it's not seeming to let me do that. How do I get the wheel off? Like, real life, it's that bolt. That's how you get it off. You take a Phillips head, you turn that, like, you might have to, like, lock the handle in place. Maybe that's the issue, is I have to have the handle to be able to lock it in place. No. Because I'm pretty sure... Yeah, I've already got a wheel. I don't know what these spray cans and all that mean down here. Get the persuader. Can I use the tools to the left? I don't think so. Like, all these other things that require tools and are not requiring me to click on them. Yeah, nice tools seems to do. Next game. I'm enjoying this so far. I just don't... Alright, we'll put that down. Put that down for a moment. Grab this other one that we got sitting here. We'll go ahead and get this out of here. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think this one was the circuit. This one was the circuit board. Yeah. Okay. I also don't realistically think you're just gonna go and find all of the parts easily, just go onto catalog and just have them. Like old antiques. You usually have to do some hunting to find those. It's not a proper repair if it doesn't use a hammer. We don't know how I'm getting those covers off. Okay. Right, and you're still waiting on your parts. Okay, and I can't remember what parts you had come in. So I had the broken cartridge slot and all that. So let's go here, recycle our junk. So I have a cartridge slot. Yeah, so I got spare parts of that thing. So I can grab that right now. Because I got rent to make. Yeah, so it's the cartridge slot and the circuit board. Okay. And now I charge double because we fixed it like while they're standing there at the store. Alright, so we want for that to, because we already got that, so we want the cartridge slot and the circuit board. Then I got spare parts just on standby. Alright, so you got 2 days on another press that has needs a handle and a knob. Which I'm pretty sure I don't have a spare handle right now. I do. Isn't that what you're waiting on? No, you're waiting on the crossbeam thing. That's right. You're waiting on the lower section thing. I was just about to be like, wait a second. Hold up. So you need a handle and a knob. Hey, we can make rent if we don't spend money, and I'm about to go spend money. So handle and knob. So let's see. You need, the top cover is missing. It needs to be replaced. I literally have one of those in stock, actually. Looks like maybe people are pressing their own books around here. Yeah, a little bit. I do like that. Seems like as we're leveling, they're just giving me more and more variety of things to fix. This is actually, honestly, just kind of a chill game that... Yeah, I'm doing like some inventory management and all that, but that's not that big a deal. I imagine it'd be one of those things that... Oh, a controller port. My bad. I did not notice that was missing. Actually, do I have to get that out of the way? Alright, yeah, so I do have to think about it. So it didn't read? Yeah, no, I saw the thing about the cover. I was like, okay, I just deal with the cover real fast. That's fine. The controller port was missing? I mean, it looks like it's right. Oh. I see. Luckily, I keep an inventory for whatever I need. I probably shouldn't give you the perfect one. It's fine. Let's get the next one, the beat up one. The people are like, wait a second, this was mint when I brought here. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was. Well, you call me a liar? It's working. Get out of my sight. So it had a cover 1. Alright, so we need to add a cover 1 and a controller port. And you're the one missing the switch, which we have both of those on order. I don't believe they're in yet, though. Tell me you need to replace the switch, man. This needs more than a switch. Have you seen this thing? That cover needs to go. Just don't get why that's not allowed to fit on here. Which I've already ordered those parts, by the way. Okay. Yeah. You just go on the shelf. We've already got the parts ordered. Oh, I need to check it out. I need to check out. Starfield comes out in 45 minutes. Awesome. I have very much been enjoying it, like a lot. So I do hope the people who are gonna just now get their hands on it, I do hope you have a lot of fun with it as well, because I've enjoyed it. That said, if you go into expecting anything but Skyrim in space, you're gonna be disappointed because it's Skyrim in space. That's what it is. Alright. How are we doing so far as time for our bills? Tomorrow is where we pay our bills. Man, we flew through a week in this game fast. Alright, so at the end of the day, we need to have 500 in the bank. I have more of some of these parts than I should have. Actually, I took it off. All right. I don't think you do, though. I currently have 570. Yeah, we haven't figured out how on earth I get the saw blade or the cutting blade off. Like, I've got the blade. We tried putting the handle back in case it needed to be locked in. Don't tell me. Oh, you know what? This probably comes apart and then it separates in half. Okay, at least we know now for the future. Alright. I don't think you do that. Well, that's the thing. In real life, I don't think you do have to do that. In real life, you would have a thing that locks a handle. You would take that very obvious Phillips screwdriver, which is probably reverse threaded. You take that out, the blade comes out, you put the new blade in, you put the new screw in. You might just have to like hold that handle so it doesn't try and turn while you're trying to unscrew it. But that's video games. Like, so far there's been pretty good. Like, they have kind of a forced order of operations that I wouldn't necessarily always agree with, but I don't think it's a problem. Alright. Did your parts come in? No, your parts aren't in yet. That was for the too many items comment of the press. Oh, like too many just things floating around. You can have where you can't handle like space wise. Okay, so coffee grinders, the short term, I cannot spend more than $70 with the fixes right now. Alright, let's see what we got here. Can I see what orders I've got open? Oh, those are expensive. I guess I cannot see what orders I have open. Alright, so the logo is missing off the coffee maker. That's $5. I cannot spend more than 70. I probably have a top cover here. I think there was a tab for inventory. So there's an inventory, but it doesn't tell me orders. And accepted jobs is what I've got on my table. I'm looking for the parts I ordered that have not yet arrived. We have the cover ordered already. It's just not arrived yet. I'm just gonna throw you on the shelf because I can't. Double checking this. Yeah, no, that's a cover too. Okay. Well, actually, we can go ahead and put this on the order now as well. We have a corn sheller, which is missing a handle and a shelling wheel. Okay. We can do that without a problem. And a second shelling wheel. Alright, that would be fine. Yeah, so no... Oh, yeah. So we'll still have our 500. Alright, now we go to bed. It's time to pay our bills. $500 has been paid for rent. And as we kick a box and, you know, we curse into the air and we have an awful time. Alright, so now we should get the parts off this. Did I not order the parts? What is happening right now? Alright, let's... I must have messed up and not actually ordered those parts. I still have 3 days, so at least we're not in crisis. So I need a plain bearing and a travel limiter. Let's get that put on here. I bet you I put it on here and then I stepped away. Plain bearing. A travel limiter. Like, I forgot to actually order the items I put in my cart, so I'm guessing I did. So those are all waiting. Then what parts did I get in? Oh, I probably got my spare parts for this. Which you've already ordered the replacements for it as well. Okay, so I already have that part coming in. You need the buttons module and the controller module. I probably have those in stock. Let's go right over here. Controller. Just double check that. There's not a controller module. Yeah, it's controller port. Why am I not having a list of any parts at all? Okay. Okay, so there's our Alright. So there's that. Oh, it's broken. Can't actually tell which one the broken one is here. Cool. There we go. That was the problem. Is it just wasn't listing it because I didn't have access to it yet. Alright. What game? Do you mean what game are we playing? This is the repair house. Alright. It's been fun. You just kind of restore a bunch of, like, antiques and all that. We already put the parts on our list. A gumball machine. The next shortest one is the oil lamp. There's a cracked lens that needs replacing. Are you shackled to the room? You quote unquote leave the room, but I mean, you don't really leave the room. You just kind of walk up. Well, actually, I take that back. It did say there was you'd discover other locations, but we have not yet. They're missing the logo. I don't need to take that off. The logo's gonna be right there on the front. Alright. Okay. So we want to do the gumball machine. We want the dispenser disc and the dispenser disc support. We want to do the Tinker delivery truck. It's missing a wheel 2 and a door pin. So a wheel 2 and a door pin. I wonder if we have limited inventory as well. Alright, so my cart, checkout. Yeah, so what's going to happen, supposedly we'll get other locations, but right now I don't have any of them yet. Wrong one? Wrong one what? Was it not the door pin? No, it's a door pin. Okay. So you need to go back in your box for a minute. Because need shelf space. You bought the tire, not the wheel. Ah. Okay. Why? So I bought all those things. So I'm starting to get stuck because I have parts on the way. We're gonna have to take this apart, aren't we? Let's see, we got the handle, but we need to replace the shelling wheel. I'm pretty sure I gotta take this all apart. There's a shelling wheel. Oh, don't. Alright. So I'm noticing the amount of different tools we can have that we can build. We're getting those way faster than I can actually afford to, like, stockpile parts. Which is probably a very deliberate thing. To make sure you don't just, you know, do that. But we'll try and make that work. Like, it was easy at the beginning because we only had like 4 or 5 things. We could get 1 or 2 things we just get the parts for and we're just set. Alright. I think it's also a big part about, like, the rent thing. Because it makes it just as a mechanism where you can't just stockpile. The rent's not due again. Oh, the rent's due once a month? Cool. Oh, the coffee grinder's deadline is today. Has it already been 2 days? Do we have the logo here? Oh, we do. Okay. I got a little worried. There's like, wait a second. We probably don't have that ready. I don't think I have your lens yet. No, I do not. What is going on with you? Let's just disassemble it. I feel like we have to have these parts, right? Maybe that's what I was thinking. I was like, it's like I kept feeling like I've ordered this, right? Okay. Alright, so it's just, I had to disassemble it. I misread as they were missing. Okay. There, that needs to go in first. That's fine. Like, that's the kind of stuff, because of the nature of the game, if I ever end up with extra parts, as long as I'm not, like, on the limit of what I can afford, like, to make rent or whatever, then it's totally fine. Because it just means we just hold on to the part to the next time I need one of those parts. Alright, get this out of here. Okay, so we've got the gumball machine, already has parts in the way. We've got the delivery truck, already has parts in the way. And then the oil lamp needs 2 lens clips. Alright, so the oil lamp was the very first thing we'd made. Where are you at? And so what I'm going to plan is I have some spare money, so I'll go boom, 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 boom. So I got spare parts of that. That is has spare parts for. We'll wait on some of this other stuff. Okay. The cart, yes. Thank you. For this truck, you were saying I grabbed a tire 2 and not a wheel 2. Right. And all his parts should come in. Oh, you won't have the parts because I ordered the wrong thing, which is on me. The gumball, we should have what we need. Okay, so there's the support. Did I not see the part? Because there's two parts that were broken on it. I think it took more to... It'd be nice if you could store stuff instead of just replacing parts. There might be something later, though. There's machines you could buy later. I don't know... like, how much will get into all that. There's definitely more machines. There's the good support. The platter. Yes, that was one of the parts I was missing. Oh, it was probably just missing the disc entirely. Okay, I was looking for the broken disc and I was really confused. It was missing the disc. Right, I understand. We had the broken support and the disc was just straight up gone. Okay. I keep gaining levels, which keeps meaning more and more stuff to fix. And we're falling behind to be able to have spare parts. Yeah, does the job detail say everything that's missing? Yes. And that was the thing, is I didn't read that it was missing, I read that it's broken. It did say it was missing. This is ADHD brain doing ADHD brain things. But yeah, so I just misread it. Also better payouts? Yeah, I assume. Okay, so we got some lens clips. Those we've got on our way. So you can go up on the shelf. Yeah, that's missing parts still. We got the parts ordered. I'm pretty sure we have them ordered. Yeah, the parts are ordered. Let's see, I mean, almost here, man. Yeah. But I assume the parts are gonna start getting more expensive. Okay. So the book press, I probably have all the parts on hand, so let's grab that now. Get that knocked out. Because that's what I want to do, is I want to get more and more of these where I literally just have the parts ready. Okay, so the handle knob is missing, and the threaded shaft is damaged. Alright, so let's take this part. Because that's one of the things I did right away with the book press, because we kept seeing it. So I just grabbed spare parts. And I'd like to do that with more of the stuff we've got here. I don't have a threaded shaft. Alright. Let's do that now. And then we also have a handle. Or knob or whatever. Landlord, well, we'll see about that. Oh, no. Alright, so headlight is missing from the Tinker delivery truck. The push cart is missing a wheel support cap. And the hand drill is missing a chuck. So I have money to spare. So what I'm gonna do here is get another one of these things we're gonna just get all the parts for. Let's go to Arbor. We can afford to do the second one, so coffee grinder's next. Done. Okay. So that way in the future when I get those, I just immediately turn around and get them out of here. Okay, we'll start with you. Okay. I'm confused why the tires are different on that. And then the door pin needs to be fixed. Just happened to guess the right one that was broken. Yeah, that's the thing, though. They replaced the tire with a different tire, but it's perfectly happy with it. All right. Okay. So we've got the parts cut. We've got the headlamp ordered. And none of these are things I already had. So we have the headlamp ordered already. We have the push carts parts are on the way, and the hand drills parts are on the way. The pipe cutter we don't, which is the guide roller needs to be replaced. So let's go ahead and do that. Grab our pipe cutter. All right. Let's start getting this stuff out of here. Okay, so that's another order done. Give me the money. Give me all the money. Grab the hand drill. All right. More parts, money to burn. Yep. That's what I said. I think it almost, to me, makes sense that you, Sure. Where do you want that? Oh, wait. Wheel support cap. Oh, it's here, those things. I was like, where does it want me to put this? And all orders handled. Okay. So you're missing the guide roller. And we have none that are super urgent time-wise. So the pipe cutter needs a cutting wheel and a handle. We have the arbor press, which is missing a travel limiter. Do I actually have one of those? Travel limiter. I do. In fact, I have more than one, which is even better. Because that means I don't even have to order it. So we need a Game Jam Adventure Console, speaker, and arrow keys. And we need a corn sheller handle. Which I don't believe I have on hand, right? Gotcha, okay. Alright, so I think we do that since we've seen a couple of pipe cutters. So we're gonna do a corn sheller. We're gonna say, I would like an extra of everything, please. We'll go to pipe cutter because we've seen a bunch of those and go, I would like an extra one of everything, please. We've seen a couple of hand drills, so let's go ahead and go to hand drill and say, I would like one of everything, please. What else have we seen a lot of? Oh, we have the adventure console. How much do your parts cost? You could add up to a lot, can't you? That's fine. Check out. 2 days. Oh, we should grab the things off the, So that I definitely won't have the parts yet, so I'll just toss that up there. That I don't have the parts for either. Oh, you love how they're just like, this is what's wrong with it? Yeah. This Game Boy SP, I used to have one of that color. Yep, alright. And the reason I grabbed all those now is I wanted to get them off of the phone list, because it adds a bunch more stuff in there. So I have no idea what parts we even got with that. Yeah, so I don't have what I need with you yet, so you can go back in your box. Get you out of here. Oh, right, you're just flat out missing a handle, so I don't have to actually take a part off to see it. You're missing the speaker and arrow keys, which we don't have. So put that up there. Okay. So the bottom cover needs to be replaced. I should have one of those on hand. Ah, yes. A perfect match. Looks just like the day it was brought in. Oh, I didn't mean to put that back. I actually appreciate that considerably. That because it is painted after the fact and they got the proper, like, store repaired, it's just not even remotely the right color. Okay, before we forget, that's the bottom cover, right? Yeah, bottom cover. Because we want to keep the spare parts of the stuff we've got spare parts for. That way I could do just like you saw, where it just part came in, immediately snag it off, throw the thing on, send it right back out the door. A bottle capper we haven't seen a before. A hand drill, I think. I've got parts ordered for it. I don't know if they're in yet. Okay. Yeah, so we already got parts ordered for that. So next, we have a bottle capper that needs a cork pad and a handle. Cork pad and a handle. And there'll be a tabletop arcade that needs a screen, a power switch, and a circuit board. Here's a screen. Double check it. Oh yeah, no, I re-dyed it today. Because it was just, I had parts of it that are getting straight up blonde. I was like, no. It's a power switch and circuit board. I thought it was a circuit board, I just wasn't confident. Circuit board and power switch. Alright. We look at our cart, we've got all that stuff. But before we do that, let's run over here. Did it tell me when my rent's due yet? I wish... Oh, I could do that. So rent's due on the 15th. And I don't know what those circles mean. Oh, that's the deadline I have on stuff that we've got. Okay. Alright. So with that, let's go into another tool. So the bottle capper. There. Because I'm just building up an inventory of spare parts, so whenever we get certain tools, I can just turn it around as fast as I can. I know that does mean I've got a bunch of money tied up in parts, but I think that's fine. Yeah, it's a purple. I think the blue is because my lighting's busted, so it's putting, like, it's not the lighting in my room, like, my hair looks normal in the room, but it's the filters I have on OBS to deal with, like, the green screen and that, because the lighting's scuff. Why is RimWorld so expensive for being not a new game? The base game, I honestly think it's a very fair price for it, but, it very, very, very rarely goes on sale. And it's just the way it works. But I actually don't think it's that bad. It used to be way cheaper, if I remember correctly. And after a number of versions, I want to say the thing is cheaper was early access. Man, no, it's honestly a fair price for it. Let's see, are you using Color Protect shampoo and conditioner? If you want color to last, switching to one of those can help keep from washing as much out in the shower. I have not heard of these things. I will need to do that because I was supposed to get 4 weeks out of it with the first time, and then when the lady is like, oh yeah, no, I shower every day, she was like, oh, it's not gonna last that long. And I think it barely got a week and a half out of the color before it started, like, whereas, like, I need to re-dye this. Let's see. When it went live on early access, it settled in the current price. Yeah, that's the thing, is I want to say it was early access and it was cheaper. Okay. So I know the screen was one of the things we needed to get in here for. Let's see, the base price of the game, time invested, and even if you get 50 hours, $50 game, fair price. So RimWorld, yeah, no, that's the other beauty about it is, like, a lot of games, wait, am I looking at the wrong thing? Your speaker, that's fine. I don't know yet, know the way these tear apart, because I've never actually taken apart, you know, the Game Boy or whatever. Like this style of Game Boy. Like I took apart the big brick Game Boy a number of times. Are you telling me you gotta take the whole thing apart from this side just to get to the D-pad? That's less than ideal. The deals are more expensive than normal AAA game. Oh no, that's not fair. Nah, AAA games are charging $70 nowadays. If you're talking about a AAA game that came out forever ago, that's sure. But nah, like AAA games charge like 70 bucks. Now if you're talking about like the game with all the DLC, yes, you'd be correct there. That said, RimWorld is actually one of those games I would recommend not buying all the DLC when you first get it. Like, not unless there's like a really good sale or something like that. I would buy just the base game, play it, have a good time, and when you start getting that itch, like, you know, I wish there was more content, then get the DLC. And that's just because all those things add more and more systems of the game. Where's the shock? Oh, the shock absorbers are there. They add more and more like systems to the game, and it can be very overwhelming if you get all the DLC right from the get-go. All right, but yeah, no. If you look at like modern AAA games, none of them sell for like less than 65 bucks anymore. Most of them sell for like 70, 75 bucks, and then on top of that, they add like Game Pass and all other sorts of nonsense you gotta buy as well. So it's like, it's that whole thing. Like that's actually what my beef with most AAA games is. Even that $60, $70 price tag they start you off with is a lot of times disingenuous because of all the extra stuff you have to get. Yeah, it's been long since I played, and how this is when I tend to turn off one or two of the DLCs to get back into RimWorld. Yeah, that's fine. Imagine you could squeeze another 100 hours out of RimWorld with mods for a game. Yeah, this is also true. Like, honestly, a lot of the DLC, like, I'd say, like, thematically, were mods to begin with, and it's just they took them from kind of, you know, kind of janky because they're only partially implemented, to, like, making them properly implemented and clean things for that. Alright, so that's a whole bunch of parts. Now start with this stuff. I don't remember what we had. I got room for all this, and none of them are gonna... Well, actually, the tabletop arcade. We ordered parts for this one, and the meat slicer is new. So you can go ahead and take all of those. Put you back first. So let's see, the cork is missing. All right, so we don't have the parts in for this yet, because otherwise the cork would show up. So that's fine. The tabletop cabinet, I'm also not going to have parts for. Yeah, that's fine, because we ordered those parts together. Elder says, I really wish Rimworld took the mods and didn't just one-to-one import them. Would actually improve polish. Oh yeah, but they... Yeah. You really do like that they do it. Yes. I was about to say, I was like, for a moment, I was like, they don't do that? Why would you say such things? Alright. So let's see if I have a spare cutter wheel in my inventory. Not for that. Okay. So, we need a cutter wheel and a drive gear for a meat cutter. Let's go to the meat cutter. Or meat slicer. I'm gonna get everything here. But 2 cutter wheels and 2 drive gears. Because that means I have all the spare parts for that. What else haven't we messed with yet? We have the corn sheller. Let's get all the parts for this thing. Just have it on hand. Watch, we're gonna get into this. I'm starting to wonder if I can actually afford all the parts. How many parts do you have? Alright, we made a mistake. Go to my cart. Alright, the Danbury is not the one to get the extra parts for. Let's, yeah, you seem like a good one. Ooh, your parts are expensive. All right. So your parts won't be in yet. So you're gonna have to go sit in a box for a little. But the other 2, your parts should be in. And your handle is broken. Oh. So, buddy, where you broke that handle, what type of grinder were you taking to that? Cause that's that'd be like iron or steel or cast or something. You're not gonna get wedged out like that unless you came after. Like this part breaking off, sure, but that big gash in there, what'd you do, buddy? That isn't you properly used your tools kind of damage there. They used to stop the blow from Jason. Blocked a murder attempt with it. The fact that you both came up with basically the same thing at the same time. Am I missing some trope from some movie, or is that just like really, really weird coincidence? Alright, and then this thing is like missing all of the parts. It looked like a knife I wouldn't suppose. Yeah, it was just like the fact that it's so close to the same thing. It's like, okay, so the circuit board also is busted. So you gotta take the little joysticks off of this. Where do you go? There you go. There's always the thing with like restoring antiques. Like so many of them, it's you have the temptation to like, you know, polish it up and make it look nice and all that, but usually that destroys it. Because people want that like worn look. Alright, so we've got a Tinker truck. So is any of these short? No. So we got a Tinker truck which needs a wheel 1 and a door pin. So sadly, I bought a wheel 2 before. So wheel 1. And a door pin. Circuit board screen, battery cover. And it needs to be painted black, so I can't do that one. It wants me to paint it. And you need to be painted. Alright. And we need the small dome for the train. Okay. Small dome. Otherwise you pay. Yeah, so that's so we accept this one. We accept the train. These two I'm incapable of doing. I need a painting setup. So tools. The paint needs $500. So sadly, I can't accommodate them. They ask too much, chat. They're being entirely unreasonable. I'm gonna buy the paint thing. If it's gonna start asking me to do it, it's time to get the thing. Oh, right. This is the weird one that had to take apart, like, everything to get that wheel. I take apart this. I take apart this. I'd scooch this off. I take this. Come on, give it to me. There you go. I take that off. Then I can take the wheel off. What else is broken with it? The drive gear, which will be in here. Yeah, I think you might be right. What are you doing? Don't take that off. Oh, I bet you have to take the wheel out of the way to get the drive gear off. There you go. Yeah, so we're going to have to paint these things up soon. All right. I have a guy I used to work with that, you know, we get along pretty well. But this is literally what he would do, like, on his nights and weekends and all that. He'd just sit at home, get antique tools and all that, get them all polished up and good. So those parts we just ordered. And I'm like, oh, actually, yeah, we do have enough. No, we don't. Because I have those parts I went over. Alright. So if I recycle one of these, do I get a meaningful amount of cash back? Or is it just straight up I'm wasting my time? $18? That's enough. So we can go tools, paint table. My cart. Check out. Okay, so we'll want to buy another Another one of the wheels soon. Oh yeah, literally. I have no parts coming in. So we were waiting for paint. We're waiting for paint. Waiting for paint. You don't need the wheel. I can accommodate that. What's the feedback tab you saw for like from customers? I believe the feedback tab is, we could check, but I think that's us giving feedback about the game, because it was there before I did anything. But we could check. It could be that the customers make comments. All right, that feels way better not have that. So before I forget, one new cutter wheel. Alright, so we had, what was it? The base bracket. I don't remember which of the boards. So we have the board narrow. We want the board wide. Alright, so if we were to do the RC buggy, so the RC buggy is missing a front bumper 1. Okay. Hey, Lavroski, how's it going? So I'm noticing I don't see a thing where I have to like buy the paint, which makes me happy. And how are we doing on time? Because I'm flying through the schedule. Okay, so we're doing pretty good. So that's the wheel, that's the replacement parts. That's the buggy. And what do I need for you? So that one needs a circuit board, a screen, and a battery cover. Screen. Battery cover. Circuit board. And that's what we can afford. No, it was both the bumper 1. It was one, it needed the bumper 1. The other one, it needed to have the bumper 1 painted. At least that's how I read it. Okay, so you're missing your cover there. Nope, that was still good. One of these is broken, I don't know which one. The last truck is the one with the traded wheels? Yeah. Oh, I see, because the last one we had one of this style of wheel and 3 of those. I'm sure that's coincidence, but that's pretty funny. All right. Okay, so we need to start accepting some of these jobs. All right. So we've got the parts for this in the way and the parts for that in the way. The hand drill, I probably have the parts just here. We'll put a hand drill crank on our shopping list. Okay. And we have a raise amp head. So we need a vacuum tube and a front cover. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about the other one where it looked like two parts. So I need a front cover, and it needs to be painted. So this is one item that just has two steps to it. So an amp vacuum tube small and a front cover. Now, where's the cover? We'll double check, make sure it's the right thing. Front cover frame. Okay. It'll check that out. Go to paint table. I don't own it yet. The paint table doesn't arrive till tomorrow. I appreciate it. But now I have the paint table. I own, but do not see anywhere. Yeah, so feedback. Oh. Oh, that's okay. They actually give you reviews and all that. And they're all green, even though I never once looked to see their consideration. Tools. Place. Right up against that white wall so we can get our paint all over it. I say white very relatively speaking. Alright, so get out of decoration mode. This is a paint table. You can use it to repaint certain parts after cleaning and sandblasting them. Don't you dare. The sandblaster's $1,000. I can't accommodate that. I'm assuming what'll happen is brand new parts, I could just paint them. But what I could do is instead of, like, when parts aren't broken, when they're just, like, kind of scuffed up, then I can, like, this part. So, like, I mean, that one's actually chewed up, so that's not a good example. Let's just say, for some of these ones where it's, like, it's not actually damaged, it's just the paint's all jacked up, that we could sandblast the rust and all that off of it. And then we'd be good. So wait, hang on. Do I have to sand that first? Okay. Accepted jobs, RC buggy. You want the front bumper one to be olive green. So let's go here. Front bumper one. Paint this. Oh good, I can zoom in. Where am I missing? We did paint the holes. Where am I missing? Top right, I think. Yeah, you got in there. Yeah, so that's looking like a glare to me. Rather than a spot I've missed. Like in real life, that stands out better. I think that says it's done. Paint quality is perfect. Yes. I'm be real with you, man. You had me do that. Distinctly one part in this vehicle looks like it's way better shaped than the entire rest of the vehicle. Like, that's immaculate, and the rest of this thing looks like you fished it out of the dumpster. Alright, so the transmission shaft needs replacing. Oh no, I don't think I did get that. Trying to figure out how the heck you get into this thing to get the transmission shaft, because that should be down here. And I did notice the price of that's like the price of one of those things there. So there's the step motor. The step motor should literally hook up to the transmission. Just take it all apart. We'll get there. It'll be fine. Normally I'd say we could just take the top cover off, but it didn't let me highlight it to do it. Yeah, I'm amused as well, like just how many like mismatched tires and just random nonsense you run into in this. They're nuts. A broken transmission shaft needs to be replaced, but it's not broken. Oh, there you go. Alright, so we were short a part. How long do we have left in that job? Are we in trouble on that one? One day. You wouldn't happen to have another RC car, would you? Of course you don't. It must have two? Yeah. Well, crap. That means I get to pay an extra 50 bucks. It's the first one I'm gonna have to rush order. I think your parts are still coming in. Okay, so this job, you want the battery cover to be black metal. Um, I kind of wish on this table you could have it like grab from your jobs or whatever, so it's like easy to deal with. Okay, well, I don't think that's everything, right? So you need a replacement screen. Yeah, so we need to have the screen, the replacement board. So, but like that'd be the only one ask is for the painting table. That would just the parts you had that you already had queued up. That was easy to see what they were. All right. Like, it's not a big deal, but it's those things that just like is immediately like, oh, I don't like that to like type into search or thing, which is it's a little problem for me just because I'm not using a QWERTY keyboard. All right. So it's just annoying that to like toggle back and forth because I didn't take the time to like customize the controls to Dvorak because it doesn't recognize Dvorak, which is fine. I don't think your parts are in yet, right? So let's see, you need a vacuum tube small. Okay, yeah, so the parts aren't in yet, so I'll put that up there. Alright, so the raise amp combo is the next one. So we need a large vacuum tube and an amp leg. Oh, it was a combo, not a head. We need a large vacuum tube. And an amp leg. You don't see many Dvorak users. Usually heavy writers or coders. QWERTY being designed to be slow on purpose. Yeah, that's the slow on purpose, it's yes but no. So for people who don't know the history behind like Dvorak and our keyboard layouts, or why QWERTY is the keyboard layout you see the most, is if you go way back to the day of typewriters, there were different competing standards that were coming out and all that kind of stuff. But the old typewriters, they had these little arms that would happen is you'd have your paper up there and the arms would go like this and like hit the paper, and there's like an ink ribbon, but to do that. And it was you'd hit the keys and it would mechanically make these different arms punch up. And the arms would have like the letter on it and would be basically hitting the ink into the paper, like the ribbon against it to impress the ink on it. But the problem we ran into is people get typing fast enough that the arms would jam into each other. The two arms would try and go at the same time and snag into each other, and it would damage the typewriter as well as you'd have to unjam it. And so what they did was they tried to put the most common letters to be away from each other. That way you wouldn't do that. Which had the unfortunate side effect of also being very inefficient and slow by comparison to other layouts. Now that typewriters aren't a thing, though, a lot of it's moved away. And the only reason QWERTY stuck around is that became like the standard for typewriters because of that, as well as the popularity of the brand, that it kind of became just like entrenched like the layout everyone used. But now here we are. When was the last time you saw someone use a typewriter? It's going to be 30 plus years, probably 40 plus years or longer. that benefit is no longer needed. And so it's not that like, oh, everyone should switch to Dvorak or anything like that. Use what you're familiar with. But like nowadays you've got like Dvorak, Workman, like, you know, and then even QWERTY like ones for different languages like Asserti and all that kind of stuff. There's so many layouts there. I wonder if we get to repair typewriters. I hope so. I'm terrified because typewriters have a completely obnoxious number of parts. Like a really obnoxious number of parts. Alright. So we have a table-mounted grinder, which has 3 days, and that needs a crank and a front cover. Table-mounted grinder. And it was a crank and a front cover? I think so, but we'll go double check that. Yeah. That'd be cool. Yeah, vintage typewriter. Yeah. Alright, and so you need a handle, a crank, and a shelling wheel. I'm pretty sure I actually literally have those parts on standby. A handle, crank, and a shelling wheel. We can do that. What you're telling me is they broke it all. Just the whole thing, start to finish, is broken. So we have a Danbury train. You want a drive wheel 2 and a wheel axle small. Alright. A drive wheel 2 and a wheel axle small. Let's see. Well, no, most was missing. So I actually, it's not a typewriter. I actually have downstairs that I've intended on fixing up, and then I got too busy, and then it's never going to happen, probably. It'll probably go in the garbage. That's just the way the world works. But I have, it's the old sewing machine style. Oh, you're right, I did need to overnight that. Well, we get to see what happens when I blow a deadline. Because I can't go back in time and make it better. Let's see. Enoch said, I tried Dvorak and Workman layouts, but they're both better than QWERTY, but muscle memory is strong, and I don't type that much, so I just decided to, like, never switch. That's one of the reasons why, like, a lot of people, when it kind of comes up, they're like, oh, should I switch? It's like, well, you can if you want to, but, like, you're already going to have a lot of the film, like, the familiarity and all that. So, is it something that's like, oh, no, you need to do this? Like, no. Didn't... Yeah, so you need a front cover is missing and needs replacing. Front cover frame. Which I know we ordered. Yep. That's the thing, when it didn't list it here, it's like, the front cover frame's gonna be here, like, for the branding and all that. Alright, so front cover frame needs to be honey? Yes. Yeah, this has so far been, like, because I can't click on this. I wish I could click on that. And then I wish this would just put, like, stuff you need would be near the top. Vintage gold, honey yellow. And now, with no time to let it dry, we're just gonna slap that sucker right on. Those two, I think, are waiting for parts. So yeah, so let's see what happens, because I can't save the deadline. I'm already gonna blow it. So my hope is I'll just be penalized on how much I get, because we're waiting. Yeah, waiting for the second axle here. Alright, we can accept that now, though. Put you back on the shelf. Okay, take you apart. It's not what I want to do, it's what I did, though. And then these are just spare parts I literally had laying around because I've been ordering parts in advance just to have extras. So when I have orders like this, they're just however I got to take and go. This one didn't require paint. They've been mixing them in now, which they've had to worry about. So like this was another one we got parts for. I don't think this one I've got the parts in hand yet. They're ordered. Those are just small wheels. I'm guessing the drive wheels are those in the back. Nope, that's still just a wheel. I mean, those are drive wheels as powered. Oh, I see the one that's broken. Okay. Yes, the parts aren't here yet. Those parts we already have ordered. They're just not they haven't arrived. And unfortunately, I think that's true of everything I've got here. Yeah. Alright. So we're gonna leave all that there, and I guess we'll just have to make sure I don't have any orders that I haven't committed. Okay. So with this one, we have 7 days. The forge blower, which I already got all the parts for, so I literally have this sitting here. We need an impeller screw. I guess it's listed it twice, so I guess we'll get 2 of them. Because they're cheap, and I'm not worried about it. So what happens if we blow our deadline? It's time to find out, chat. I'm guessing we're just gonna take a pay penalty? okay. I mean, that's what I was hoping for, is that so it's like, you know, you're supposed to get paid $100, it's late, you know, you get dinged for how much you're supposed to be paid kind of thing. Yeah, it's game over. Oh man, that was I am curious about that pool simulator. It's very clear they looked at Pressure Washer Simulator and that was what has inspired it. But like the whole thing where they were like, you know, do you want to turn on the blood filter? And you're like, or like hide blood or whatever. You're kind of staring. It's like, as best I can tell, this is supposed to be a game where I clean pools. Did I miss something? And we didn't check it out because like it's not even early access. It's going early access in a couple of days. So I think for where it's at, I don't think I would pick it up on early access, but it's a game that might be good at some point. Like, it's got a good baseline. There's just quality of life stuff missing and a lot of it. But we saw on the list that one of the pools was the murder pool, and that had us a little concerned. Hey, Ghost, how's it going? It's almost time that I get to eat, chat. I've had chili cooking all day, and it smells amazing. And it's been torture. Because I want it. I got scared when it didn't go ba-blung. I was like, wait, it's done, right? Alright, so here's the late difficulty. You finish the fort, or out, you don't get any money or XP. Well, hell, at that point, I'm going to just keep the parts. That is highway robbery. Yeah, it's like, don't get me wrong. I totally understand if you blow the deadline on something. Like, you know, that was like an honest, like, clerical error. It's like, yeah, you're not gonna get your full money's worth. I get it. Like, unless it's something that's actually, like, genuinely a big deal. Where? Oh, there we go. Like, unless it's, like, still, like, a big deal, like an event or something that's like, yeah, if you don't get on time, don't bother kind of thing. It's like, sure, I understand. But, yeah. Alright, so we have to paint the front thing. I think that was for an auction, that toy car. Okay, I mean, I guess that'd be fair as to why they were... Ah. So that lets me know that the front plate has to go into there. Okay, so we need to paint the front plate. So we check our assignments. It needs to be tangerine. You're showing me that this is perfect. Ah, don't worry, chat. My paint job is perfect. My paint job is definitely not missing anything. The game says we're done here. I especially like, it'd be one thing if it was literally like that was painted, this is nice and uniform, except I got a bunch of like splash over here. Hey, I'm not gonna argue with the game logic. It's perfect. No, that's definitely the outside that would have been visible, and it just magicked it better. I actually don't mind that it's like, okay, look, we know you're not going to hit it perfectly, but I feel like that gave me a little bit too much leniency, perhaps. Oh yeah, no, the other ones is pretty strict. So what do we got going on with this one? Nothing needs to be painted. Okay, that's fine. So we've got a busted leg. You've got a tube that needs to be replaced. Do I seriously have to take this off before it's gonna let me replace the tubes in the back? I could reach in there, man. They're right there. It's fine. They're like, no. The owner manual states you remove the back plate, then you do this. You can now visit the flea market. Okay. Oh my god, there's so many things here. I believe we just have the parts for this. Right, for buying not perfect goods to use for parts. That's what I was thinking of. So you tell me I can install this, but it does look like all the screws are here. There you are. That was it. Oh, and the other one's broken. I ordered 2 of you. They must not have arrived yet. So you need a switch and a top cover 1. I should grab you. A tobacco grinder. So you need a blade, a handle, and an inlet lock. Need a blade, a handle, an inlet lock. You need a dispenser door. You need a shaft cover, a top cover, and a grinding mechanism holder. I've already forgot the other 2 parts. My brain was like, that's a long... Okay, it's a shaft holder and a top cover. Shaft holder, top cover. Alright. You need a switch and a top cover as well. Is a top cover 1 or 2? Top cover 1. Okay. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and choose my cart. I'm going to order all that stuff. I'm going to make the mistake and say, yes. And so I can't do any of these other things yet. But Let's go check out the heckin' flea market. Ah, yes. This is definitely a flea market. I have no idea if this is a good price or not. Like, more of a swap meet than many folks. I'll just buy it all. I'm assuming they won't do the troll thing where some of them are a deal and some of them aren't, so you have to like price it out in your head and do all that. I'm assuming they'll be mostly nice about it, where you always win. It's just, you may not be getting the things you need. Oh, no space in the shelf for that object? I understand. So I'm not sure if I should be fixing this up like we are. I'm assuming that's considered broken. Yep. Okay, so I need basically like all the parts for you. So if we go and find our vice. I need 2 of those. I need to replace one large handle. I need to replace one of those. And a small 3 small handles. But maybe you can resell any fix. That's what I'm thinking. Let's go back out here. I think the rest of that's fine. I don't think that's considered broken. No, you look broken either. So the problem is, I have the room to move stuff here. So we can go ahead and take you, put you in your box while we wait. Because I'm assuming that didn't advance the day. Can you maybe buy more shelves? That is a good question. One that I should probably get an answer for. That's not what I need to be looking. I need to be looking here. Coffee table, chairs, locker. I don't know the difference in any of these shelves, other than they keep getting more expensive. Let's grab that shelf. It won't be here for a while, but that's okay. I like how it's missing so many parts. I didn't even notice that like when we got it. It's like, oh, you're missing like literally half of the unit. Okay, so I need 2 plates, a handle. It's fine, we'll get there. Get to the meat cutty thingy. its technical term. Okay. So, I need that one. Multiple of those. A handle and that. Let's honestly go with that. It did advance the day. Okay. That... It's fine. I wish I had known that right away. Okay. Dispenser door is missing. I think I have to tear this whole thing apart to get to it. I do like the idea, though, of instead of with, like, what I'm doing with these, you know, where they get the order and they're like, you know, just fix my thing. I do kind of like the idea that we would instead go to the flea market, you know, grab a thing, and not just do the 2-3 things they ask, but, like, actually take the whole thing, blast all the rust off, do all of that stuff. And, like, just clean up. Yeah, like, upcycle it kind of thing. Okay, so that one I don't have the door to yet, hasn't arrived. Yeah, so we're missing the parts of these ones. Oh, I can't yet. I'm also hoping we get a lot more space when I open those walls up. Like, that would, like, open up the wall, and then we'll be able to, you know... Not only have, like, more shelves, but more of a lot of things. Yes, that was the one we ordered the parts for. Yeah, we don't have the parts for that one either. Alright, so we just have to advance the day because I don't have the things I need. Alright, now I should be able to fix this stuff. Gotta figure out how all this goes together. Okay, don't do that. So you needed the top cover, the grinding mechanism, and the shaft holder. There's the top cover. There's the grinding mechanism. There's the holder. All right. And that should do it. So first one out of here. How are we doing on our calendar, by the way? So we got a bunch of deadlines. That's fine. Do I have the part for you now? There, that's the door we were missing. I honestly didn't have to take part any of this. Any of this at all. We just disassembled the whole thing for... I put it back. The whole thing for practice. Okay. All right. This is honestly a surprisingly just kind of chill and cathartic game. Like I do wonder, like it does make me kind of like wonder and wait for when we get the sandblaster, we could do all that. Like part of me wants to push for that, but I also know it's probably going to take way more time than we probably want to put into this. But just kind of the grabbing all sorts of stuff and just cleaning up, doing that. All right. I should have the parts for you. Okay, one of your parts had to be painted. The inlet lock needs to be painted wheat, is the color. Inlet lock. Sandblasting rusted up flea market find would be satisfying. That's the thing, is like, it's probably a pretty chill thing. Perfect. Alright, so we got some guts to replace in this thing, so let's not... I imagine we gotta take some stuff on. What are the secondary objectives? So the secondary objectives, mostly it's look like you have to have not a crap paint job when you do it. And that the parts that I'm replacing must be replaced with parts that are, you know, good enough. So like I have to put like a good or a perfect blade in there. I can't put in another, not ruined, but fair quality blade. Which makes sense. I know I'd be pretty upset if I send things something getting repaired, something totally unrelated to my repair came back just like in really bad shape. Like it had obviously been like replaced with a part that was in way worse shape. Have I played My Summer Car? I have not. I don't see where you go. The inlet lock. There you are. Ah, I see. That's probably where either putting the stuff in or out. Okay. Yeah, no, I've heard good things about My Summer Car just being a fun jank fest. Oh, this is definitely not doing good. So what did you need other than most of your parts? What did you even bring me? You brought me the bottom plastic and the circuit board. The rest of this is gone. Alright, I don't have the switch. So I need a switch. I don't have a switch for it. Oh no, we probably do. One of these is burned out. That's one that's burned out. Okay. I was about to say, it's like, I'm usually pretty good about ordering the parts. Alright, so the cover needs to be painted white. What were you even again? You're Takaya. Alright. Hey, it sounds like Tomb's home. Bear with me for just a second. I'm going to quickly paint this. And finish this job. And then we have to take a quick step away for a couple minutes, welcome my wife home and all that kind of stuff. Get my dinner, which I've been smelling all day, and it smells delicious. And I've had to just deal with that because it's chilly. Why is the price of my paint going up so much? What is this paint made out of? Why was that a $90 paint job? Yeah, that doesn't feel right. Like, how many spray cans did they go through painting that? You're lucky I'm actually being paid for this. We basically didn't make money on that one because of how much the paint cost us. All right. So with that said, okay, just in case it doesn't autosave. So what's going to end up happening here is I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording for the YouTube side. More waste by repainting. Well, that music just straight up gone.